Greetings everyone, here's Lodric again, and this is the game The Great War Western Front. This is now the second episode of my campaign. It's a Central Powers in my fight against the Entente in the western area of this engagement or this Great War. So it means more or less it's from the border of the Switzerland up to Belgium. But you can see that Belgium is already occupied to 99%. There's only one small village with resistance, stupid Belgian British hillbillies trying to defend something for honor or whatever they believe is important. The great German soldiers are of course standing here guard against any violent counter activities. And there's now a new order in Belgium and everyone is happy, so don't be fooled, everything is fine at the Western Front. The first two battles I had here at Arras, one was a success. I was able to destroy one hex or 1 star. Only if you have a total victory you can reduce the star level. The second battle was a great victory, but not a total victory, so star is still in place. I still have mixed feeling about this, because even if you have 100 times a great victory, you will never able to reduce the star level. Yes, a great victory will over time always achieve morale victory in the long run, and the enemy may be also running out of money and supply, and because out of money, out of supplies, and then he have less fighting ability. And if he's out of money, he is out of supplies, then he have less fighting capacity and ability. Then maybe it's also more easier to achieve a total victory. But this means you must first completely let him bleed dry or white before you really see this kind of change and impact. I would still prefer that if you can take some objectives at the same turn and you make a second attack, and even if the first attack was not a total victory, but you maybe took 2 out of 3 important points, that you can start with this kind of situation with the next attack at the same turn. Of course, if you once you switch to the next turn, I would understand that everything go back to normal, but it is the balance of the game, and I have not enough experience. Maybe there will be, say later, some change to this, or there's other meaning why they do it like this with total victory. And good. I had here 2 victories at the British, but I still have this task to destroy some French units. And now I can try to find a hex where it's not too many French. 2, 3, 4, 2. And at the same time I need I need the numbers on my side. Here I have 4 and 3, and here's only a 2. Here's also 2, 2, and here I have a 2. Yeah, this is too little. So maybe the best is that I use these 2 hexes and try attack here. This would make sense. Here I have a double the corps ready to attack. I could also build the supply depot, but like I explained already last time, with additional techs coming online, if I can get this tech, I can save 200 gold for every building on the map. And this is in the long run a lot of money, so I won't get this tech before I build something on the map. And because I have here 4 corps ready, this one is not counting because it's just moved in, I have now 600 supplies ready. And I think I maybe make a mistake, but it's still too new. This is maybe supply belonging to the unit, so you don't pay for this. But then you also call in supplies from the headquarter. This is the global supply. And I think at the end of the game you must pay global supply to reinforce your units. So I must maybe check it again if the battle is over. So once I first try attack here, the French at the Western Front, it's already stalemate, so it's not more that you lose immediately. And if you make now attack supply cost with auto result, oh no, I think this is for both. Okay. So if I attack here by auto or engage, then I will pay automatically 100 supplies. Okay. I have now 2450. I try to remember how this will change after this battle. Good, let's try. So both have fatigue 0 because this is the first battle in this turn for both of these armies. This also means because I think I will attack now, then my units have in this hex fatigue. So if the French make a counterattack on my hexes in this province, then my units have all less morale. So this is why you always make this counterattacks, also in real war. After the Entente attack and take maybe the first line of defense and trenches, then the Germans always try as quickly as possible to maybe always make a counterattack, because at that moment the defense is very weak and you can normally take back the area they just conquer with little blood and money. Good, first I need some more better defense. Again, this kind of defense will keep, but only the trenches will stay. Nothing else. So, and I always try to have a deeper defense so that you have, if the allies are coming, open field, and this is the first line of defense, and this trenches will normally cover this line, and then you have a third line. And this is cheap to build. This cost me only 2 supplies early on. Compared to machine guns. I think machine guns is really maybe later war, not so early war, so important. Maybe here a little more. So maybe 2 more, because then I... like this. Fine. Then, because I want attack, I need artillery. Without artillery is always very hard, and I always prefer the light artillery over the heavy artillery. It's cheaper to call them in, and it's cheaper to use the shells. And at the end, heavy artillery is good to take out machine guns and some heavy positions, but normally the infantry must win the battle. So suppressing fire is, I think, at the end more important than really destruction fire. This is for B. This cover B. 2 guys here. And this is for A. This way. Good. And balloon is always saying also more or less for defense, and you can later also upgrade them that they get them cheaper, because 150 supplies is a lot of money. If I call them in, then I have no money left for any infantry. So, and infantry is at the end the core of this war. Like always, infantry is poor man's equipment, but at the end every army needs infantry. Only tanks will not win the war, or only air force. So, good. Ready, start. So first things first, I need some scouts.
Ausrücken! Warten auf Befehle. Wir sind unterwegs. Bereit machen.
To get an early warning.
Achtung!
Also lure enemy artillery fire.
Wir haben neue Befehle. Jetzt aber im Laufschritt.
But this is only my tactic.
Wir haben neue Befehle.
I don't know if it's really necessary to do this.
Warten auf Befehle. Wir sind unterwegs.
Then I must find out where I attack best first. This position is a little more forward compared to B, so it would be more easy to achieve a victory from behind. So I normally prefer to attack Of course, like always flank the enemy or encircle the enemy. So I would not go head on A. I try maybe to go for B. B is also well defended already. And then maybe from behind for the center, and then from the center go for the A point. So first I must concentrate my forces. Oh, there's some French are already coming here.
Achtung! Feuer frei!
So we kill each other here. But my guys can, I think some of these guys run away and home, and the French are all
Wir haben
dead.
neue Befehle. Bewegt euch!
Only a dead French guy is a good guy. Of course, French woman you
Wir haben
can
neue
send.
Befehle.
This
Wir
is
müssen
okay.
los. Warten auf Befehle. Jetzt aber im Laufschritt.
Good. Here you also can see that my power display is double than compared to the British, English, or ground
Bereit
troops.
machen. Ausrücken.
Because I have 4 corps and this is only 2 British. And I think this is really maybe only I think this is maybe supply. I don't know. I think maybe it's a combination of. Really hard to say if this is only because you don't get a pop-up. Normally the tooltip would here indicate what is this. Is this now supplies? Is this raw power? This is only the indication who's winning. And of course now the British are winning because they only must defend. Anyway, I must fight here. No time to talk non-stop.
Achtung! Wir sind
Bring all
unterwegs.
troops to the eastern part. 2 units to cover these forces.
Wir haben
More
neue
forces
Befehle.
here.
Bewegt euch! Wir haben neue Befehle. Wir müssen los. Warten auf Befehle. Jetzt aber im Laufschritt. Bereit machen. Ausrücken.
I also wish I could zoom out a little more. This is the maximum zoom settings. And I know, of course, if I zoom more out, the performance will always suffer. But I still I'm a little too close. But it is that way. And the minimap you can close. Maybe this is better. It's still okay. This you need normally always keep an eye on the minimap for enemy artillery fire or if there's something incoming. Good.
Achtung! Wir sind
Moving more
unterwegs.
forward.
Wir haben neue Befehle. Euch.
So far no activity here. All units are moving.
Wir haben neue Befehle.
Maybe this guy.
An die Linie.
Oh yeah, I can also
Warten
go
auf
back.
Befehle. Feuerstellung einnehmen.
More safe. Better safe than sorry.
Bereit machen. Wir müssen los. Achtung! Jetzt aber im Laufschritt.
So the enemy lines are already here. I can maybe make a. Ah, this guys cannot shoot here.
Sperrfeuerwalze befohlen. Wir haben unsere Ziele.
Wir haben neue Befehle. Wollen diesen Abschnitt Wir haben neue Befehle.
It's short
Auf der Feuerstufe.
scouting mission.
Warten auf Befehle. In Stellung gehen.
Ah,
Bereit machen. Kompanie, halt. Achtung, ausrücken.
okay, this is too much. I see already.
Bewegt euch. Wir haben neue Befehle. Wir müssen los.
Good.
Wir haben neue Befehle. Warten auf Befehle.
Everyone is ready? Oh, hope so.
Bereit machen. Jetzt aber im Laufschritt.
These are all German standard infantry, so they are equally good for defense and offense. So I would simply say that the elite troopers are better for trench warfare, combat hand to hand, and they also have more morale at least, so they will not break so easy. Most units, I think, they're breaking by morale. Conscript units are the opposite. they're breaking much easier with morale, so you try to not get them in hand-to-hand combat. So I think they are really the best and only choices for defense, so that they can use the rifles. And they need protection.
Wir haben
Gut.
neue Befehle. Ausrücken. Wir haben neue
Everyone.
Befehle. Warten auf Befehle. Bewegt euch. Bereit machen. Wir müssen los. Achtung! Jetzt aber im Laufschritt.
Good. So I will send 2 corps for every trench. This is the maximum. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 attack groups I need. Uh-oh.
Wir haben neue Befehle. Hier, Halt machen.
Slow.
Wir haben neue Befehle.
Okay. Good. So
Warten auf Befehle.
these guys go for
Bereit an der Linie.
position deep.
Bereit machen. An die Linie.
This line.
Achtung! Feuerstellung einnehmen.
6
Wir
guys
haben
for
neue
this.
Befehle. Auf der Feuerstufe bereit machen. Wir haben neue Befehle.
For second
In Stellung
line.
gehen. Warten auf Befehle.
This
Bereit an der
trench.
Linie. Bereit machen. An
At
die
this
Linie.
trench. Then these guys are left over. Still on fire. Good. Now it's time for my counter battery fire.
Diese Position
Ah,
mit
das erkenne ich
Sperrfeuer
nicht.
belegen. Positionen vorbereiten.
So first I block these 3 trenches here.
Feuer! Mannschaften bereit. Granaten für leichte
And
Sperrfeuer.
here I better wait a little. Let's say
Für Sperrfeuerwalze laden.
5, 4, 3. I'm still waiting that there's a MG somewhere. Ah, here. This I must block for sure.
Auf diese Stellung.
These guys can call back.
Ziehen uns zurück. Wir haben neue Befehle.
These guys go attack the MG.
Wir haben
And then I have one more unit I can set in for whatever. Ah, there's the second MG there.
Feuer.
Good, I must make sure that the MGs are not starting to fire, so I must block them again.
Feuerwalze einleiten.
Because they will simply kill all of my units in instant. So I must come close in with my forces here.
Warten auf Befehle.
I still don't see. There must be. This guys can go back. This guys can go back. Go in. More artillery fire here. I think the MG positions are all destroyed.
Wir gehen
Go
zurück.
back.
Warten auf Befehle. Bereit machen. Auf der Feuerstufe bereit machen.
Enter.
Wir haben neue Befehle.
Enter.
Wir haben neue Befehle.
Enter.
Linie. An die Linie. Warten auf Befehle. Bereit machen. Feuerstellung einnehmen. Achtung.
So I
Wir
think
haben
this
neue
guy
Befehle.
is
Auf der
still not
Feuerstufe
inside the
bereit.
trench.
Wir haben neue Befehle. In Stellung gehen. Warten auf Befehle. Bereit an der Linie.
Ladet sie nach. Sperrfeuer. Wir haben unsere Ziele.
Someone is still not in the trench.
Bereit machen. Achtung. An die Linie.
Okay,
Wir haben neue Befehle.
this guy's not inside.
Einnehmen.
I wish there would be an option that infantry always try to cover in unoccupied trench, that you not really must give the command by hand always. It's a little messy. You can always stop, of course, but it's cost you time and it's already a little slow progress. Good, so first things first, this guy is out of action.
Warten auf
This is
Befehle.
out of
Wir
action.
ziehen uns zurück. Bereit machen.
Also,
Alle
don't need more.
zurückziehen. Achtung.
This guy can maybe still use. Okay.
Wir haben neue Befehle.
I have 150, so I can call in reinforcements first.
Melde mich zum Dienst. Verstärkung macht Meldung. Verstärkung bereit.
Okay, this is maybe first enough. Oh, I make a mistake, I think. I call them in a little too early because now first they're coming from here, from down part. After I took the B part, this guy's coming from here from north. Here's on the mini map you can see that the red one, the red cross is now, reinforcements can enter the hex here. The white one I think is neutral, so no one can use it now. And the blue one is for the Entente guys. So I must wait that the infantry is moving. And they're moving now in column, so they are, I think, faster, but they're much more vulnerable against the enemy artillery fire. So make sure, if this is only to move faster, but if there is enemy's artillery strike on them now, or I think air attack, this would be more deadly. Good.
Warten auf Befehle. Ausschwärmen.
After I take here everything, now I must take the main
Achtung! Diese Stellung gehört uns.
headquarter, but I must find out.
Granaten für leichte Sperrfeuerladen.
I can just barely go here.
Wir haben neue Befehle. Halt!
Wait here.
Mannschaft für Sperrfeuerwalze laden. Seid bereit, Jungs. Sperrfeuerwalze befohlen.
Yeah, I have the problem that I cannot really cover this is really at the edge of the map. There's simply no way to shoot so far, at least not with the artillery I have now. Ugh. I normally need something to suppress enemy. I can at least go here. Okay. And here. Yeah, at least something. Okay.
Wir haben neue Befehle. Wir müssen diese Stellung halten. Gefechtsformation. Warten auf Befehle.
So, trying to enter here
Feuerstufe bereit machen.
trenches.
Bereit machen.
First trench
In Stellung gehen.
is trench.
Achtung. Bereit
And this
an der
trench.
Linie.
Move forward.
Wir haben neue Befehle.
And
Die Generäle wollen diesen Abschnitt haben.
good. This looks a little like Russian tactic, but maybe it's working. There's enemy artillery, at least they cannot fire on me. Still no enemy fire. Okay, here they coming.
Wir haben neue Befehle. An die Linie.
But these guys I can really not suppress.
Seid bereit, diese Position mit
There's really
Sperrfeuer
nothing.
belegen.
No.
Bereit für Feuerbefehle. Sperrfeuer befohlen.
Only the first line. Okay. Oops. Okay, now I have a view.
Ladet sie nach. Granaten für
Ja, das
leichte
war echt.
Sperrfeuerpositionen vorbereiten. Mannschaft für Sperrfeuerwalze laden.
Maybe this.
Feuer!
Die Waffen niederlegen.
Good, these guys are now hand-to-hand combat, so they cannot shoot more.
Warten auf Befehle. Feuerstellung ein. Bereit machen. Auf der Feuerstufe bereit machen.
These guys are also suppressed.
Achtung! In Stellung gehen. Wir haben neue Befehle. Bereit an
Move
der
in.
Linie. Wir haben neue Befehle. An die Linie. Warten auf Befehle. Feuerstellung einnehmen. Bereit machen.
Go for the
Wählt
artillery.
eure Ziele. Achtung! Feuermänner! Wir haben neue Befehle. Auf der Feuerstufe bereit machen. Wir haben neue Befehle.
Good, maybe a little more suppressing fire.
Sperrfeuerwalze befohlen. Feuert auf diese Stellung.
Warten auf Befehle. Feuer frei. Bereit machen. Achtung.
These guys are totally destroyed already, so I call them
Wir sind
out.
unterwegs. Wir haben neue Befehle. Bewegt euch.
Then I can get these guys in the trench for safety reasons.
Bereit an der Linie. Achtung.
Here I will need reinforcements
Wir
for
müssen
sure.
los. Wir haben neue Befehle. Wir haben neue Befehle. Jetzt aber im Laufschritt. Wir können hier nicht gewinnen. Warten auf Befehle.
This looks a little bloody. I need maybe reinforcements. So I call in
Wir
some
sind
more troops.
eingetroffen und warten auf Befehle.
Maybe enough first.
Bereit machen.
This guy also go back.
Achtung.
Replace it.
Die Arme hoch, Jungs. Wir haben neue Befehle. Wir halten hier. Wir haben neue Befehle.
Ah, this guy is not in trench. Shit.
Schwenkt die weiße Fahne. Bereit machen.
Okay, now.
Die Feuerstufe bereit machen. Achtung. Wir können hier.
This is sometimes a problem, really, that you get a loss of overview. And I don't know why they don't walk inside the trench again. They.
In Stellung gehen. Wir haben neue
This makes no
Befehle.
sense, of course.
Bereit an der
Why
Linie.
you don't walk
Warten auf
inside the
Befehl.
trench?
An die Linie. Feuerstellung einnehmen.
Too late.
Die Arme hoch, Jungs.
Bereit für diese Position mit Sperrfeuer belegen. Ladet sie nach.
Wir ergeben uns.
Sperrfeuer befohlen. Positionen vorbereiten für leichte Sperrfeuer einleiten.
Bereit machen.
This guy is pulled back.
Hier die Stellung. Diese Stellung gehört uns. Achtung, wir müssen diese Stellung halten. Wir haben neue Befehle. Wir gehen zurück. Wir haben neue Befehle. Auf der Feuerstufe bereit machen. Auf Befehle. Bereit machen. In Stellung gehen. Achtung. Auffallen, Beschuss und Gefechten bereit machen.
Okay.
Mannschaft für Sperrfeuerwalze laden. Seid
Out of range, out of range.
Bereit für Feuerbefehle.
And this guy.
Alle Waffen abfeuern.
Schwenkt die weiße Fahne. Wir haben neue Befehle. An der Linie. Wir haben neue Befehle. Warten auf Befehle. An die Linie.
Maybe these guys go here, and these guys go here.
Achtung.
These guys go for the trench. Still 23 supplies, but I'm running low. I maybe must get all of my troops now ready for the final strike.
Wir sind unterwegs.
Oops.
Wir haben neue Befehle. Bewegt euch. Warten auf Befehle.
Still too many French guys here.
Bereit machen. Auf der Feuerstufe bereit machen.
I need some reinforcements, that's for sure. But then I have no artillery fire more. Okay, but I can call in 2 more
Kommen wohl
troops.
zu spät zur Party.
Then I'm simply out of supplies.
Wir können hier nicht gewinnen. Die Arme hoch, Jungs.
Reinforcements. Quickly,
Reihen
quickly.
schließen. In Stellung gehen. Wir haben neue Befehle. Kolonne bilden. Bereit an der Linie. Wir haben neue Befehle. Warten auf Befehle.
Okay. Two more.
An die Linie. Wir
That
haben
guy
neue
is now
Befehle.
out of action. Had enough.
Wir haben neue Befehle.
Okay, then I send this guy. I always like to get because the trench always allow you only 2 corps together, so I have a better 2 strong corps at the border close to the enemy. This kind of troops are normally really not more well enough to make hand-to-hand combat. Maybe for defensive trench with rifle is still acceptable, but not for really more.
Achtung, in Stellung gehen.
So
Wir haben neue Befehle. Bereit an der Linie.
now it's time for the last.
Warten auf Befehle. Ausrücken.
At least I already achieved my bonus object, so I can get the money. So this looks fine.
Bereit machen. Achtung,
I only try to check if there's nothing more here sneaking, lurking inside. Because sometimes you don't see them, the enemy units can more or less hide in their trench. But this is all more or less empty. So I have only for one shell, one shell I can use.
Wir haben neue Befehle. Auf der Feuerstufe bereit
Warten
machen.
auf Befehle.
Good.
Die Generäle wollen diesen Abschnitt bereit machen. Wir halten hier. Achtung, wir halten hier die Stellung.
The great victory I have already, now I need the total victory to sweep the enemy out of the hex. And they also don't more have so much, so maybe I could simply run in, maybe there's only, but I'm worried that he has a machine gun and then it will simply maul me down. So before I do this, I better come from behind.
Wir haben neue Befehle. Diese Stellung gehört uns. Wir haben neue Befehle. Wir müssen diese Stellung halten. Warten auf Befehle. Die Generäle wollen diesen Abschnitt haben.
And I would always go with 2 units for one trench. It's simply the maximum you can go for, and most of time half of the units will die on the way to the trench. Ah, okay. Here's enemy fire, that's for sure. So then I block now hopefully all 3 trenches. Like this.
Bereit machen.
Then walk here inside.
Achtung.
Walk for this trench.
Bereit an der Linie. Wir haben neue Befehle.
And this maybe
An
go
die
for this one.
Linie.
So let's see how this works. Oh, there's a machine gun and I don't cover the machine gun. That is not good. Luckily this machine gun it can fire to this side. Oh, then I better go.
Neue Befehle hier.
Still so many French guys here.
Wir ergeben uns. Wir sind unterwegs. Wir haben hier die Stellung.
This is more than I expected.
Das ist zu viel. Rückzug.
These are too many units.
Zurück nach hinten.
I cannot attack from this side because there's the machine guns and from behind there are simply too many French guys lurking here in the... okay. So my attack failed. I have no artilleries. I need normally artillery suppressors and I need at least the same amount of troops the French have here, so... And I don't have them. So when I ask for a ceasefire, so means more or less that we say, okay, we stop fighting now. And I was not able to achieve the total victory, only a great victory. Yeah. Nearly. But again, this shows you that you cannot use unlimited artillery supply or unlimited call-in reserve if you don't have the supplies. Every co-op gives you only 150 supplies, so you must think about how you will use it. But this was also not a disaster. still a major victory. And now we can see that I must pay 871 to replacement costs and the allies the same, so 1 to 1. I lost 6,500 basic infantry. Then he get points for this, and he make 5 meal trench victories. This gives always a lot of points. I capture the command trench. This gives a lot of points. Then this B point is less. Trench weapon destroyed. I think these are machine guns. Yeah, because heavy artillery is different. And then I have 11 times I conquer a trench in hand battle. But you can see that I have 11 and I get only for every victory 10 points. But the allies are getting, I think, 40 points for every victory. So the defender is always a benefit for points. So it is always easier normally to defend, and then out of defense you get more points, and then more points normally you can get the morale victory. But I still outclass the defender here roughly 2 to 1. And this is why I suffer. I get some bonus because I still say it's a victory, and the French, they simply suffering because they lost so heavy against me. And I don't know, this is, I think, I don't know if this is on top. I don't know if this is coming later. This +1 morale and +200 supplies. I also don't see here anything. I don't know exactly here. They say +200 gold, but then I see here no Medal of Honor or Command Medal. Maybe details. Here it's now 4 + 12. 12 from basic, -2 + 2. And here it is now 5 ± and 1 +. So okay. And this is the supply cost. So I spent 599, 600 ahead. And this is maybe then the amount of supplies I must consume from the overall base supply. So I maybe consumed no supplies at all. I consumed only no money. I must pay 871 gold to replace everything what I lost. Supplies and manpower. Maybe like this. Okay, good. At the end, it's a great victory, or major victory for me. Fine. So I pay this 100 global supply. What they also tell me at the beginning. Okay, this is more a fixed. This global supply is maybe fixed, but then out of your casualties, how many? This is really only, I think, how many casualties you have. You must replace them. Okay, this means 800 gold. Most important is I make a morale victory in the Entente losing, and I also fulfill my bonus achievement or goal, so I get 400 additional gold. So this battle was more or less nearly free for me. Nearly. And now we have here some fire, so means there was a battle in this hex, there's a fire in this hex, means there was also, this units was, they already are busy, it's done. -15, so if the Entente attack in their turn my hex, then I have -15. This hex have also now -15, so these guys have now a more easy way to attack, but I have here only 3 corps, and still there are 2 enemy corps. I could build this supply depot, but like I said before, I can save 200 gold if I wait a little longer. So, and I can attack, but I don't see really a benefit for this. I maybe better wait when we make the turn. Here's also 2. I could also attack here, but this is also big. No. Let's make the turn and see how this works. I can also maybe pay money for buy supplies, but I think the ratio is not so good like if you pay replacement directly. Good, so I make the turn. In the first turn I think the allies never attack. So this is now the new turn, 1 month more. I get 1200 because I have this tech, not only 1000, and 1 resource point. So 1 month, 1 resource point. And I don't get supplies, I get only gold reserves. Good. New months. First, the British blockade. Of course, this is I want. I mean, the British always try to fight sneaky and don't have any honor. They're not good Japanese. They're not great Germans. This is why they match very good with the French and the Russians. At the end, this gives me 1 resource point. Additional resource point. But you can also see that the British getting some morale boost for this. So there's always this card have always 2 sides. One for the Entente and one for the Central Powers. You only can see directly what is your side of this event. But you can sometimes see that, okay, morale go up or down for the Entente, but you only see the morale. You don't know if they get additional resource points or supplies or money. Good. I get a new order. Now attack British and destroy British forces. Get 400. Okay, that is a simple one. Now I have 2 resource points. I won't normally really go for this one because then I can build the additional supply depots, and the additional supply depots really is the main benefit is you can use your artillery much more. You not must count your artillery shells. You can really go in with everything. The other option would be for going 200 more golds per turn. Is also a way. So this is maybe if I go for gold. Of course, every turn I get this earlier, I get also more money. So don't wait for this kind of trees, attack trees. This is, I think, must get early one. This one is better for, at least for offense. I think artillery is better for if you attack. For defense, so far I don't see the big benefit. For defense, I like more machine guns, and this you only buy once. So these are the 2 options. You can also go, of course, for more infantry. Hospital. The problem is this is also a building. So you get the tech, then you must still build this hospital. So before I go for first aid tents, I would always go for this, get it cheaper. Because this is for all strategic structures. And then improvement of sites. This will give you, of course, this is very good for sneaking on enemy and for defense. I mean, there's so much you can always try to go for, but you must have an overall feeling what you really want. So I would say I wait. I know I better take the money because this will give me already now a bonus. For the last one, I always like to get everything, but I normally like to go first for the money, then for the resources. Yeah, good. I go for gold. Let's see, this is my game, so everyone else can choose their own. I will now stop this first and upload and see how the people really like it. Maybe this is not so interesting. Maybe it's more something I can do on my own. But if really people like to see this on the channel, I can upload every turn and keep it live, more or less. Or at least that you can watch it, what I do. Then see you next time. Take care. Bye bye.